Hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Ooh, okay, just checking my lipstick is still intact. My name is Belinda. If you're new here, well, nice to meet you. And if you're not new here, welcome back. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Click the subscribe button down and subscribe to my channel and follow me. Today I want to talk about something different. My opinion. It's about living alone. When is the right time to live alone? Is it right to live alone as a single girl, as a girl in a relationship, or you probably won't be living alone if you're married, so this doesn't apply to married people. I'll have you know that I am an expert in this field. Okay, no, I am not, but I have lived alone on 2 separate occasions. If you want to live alone, if the thought has crossed your mind, if you're not sure if it's the right decision to make now, I'm just going to ask you 3 things. I'm going to need you to think about 3 things alone. The very first thing, do you want to do this? Do you really want to do this? Do I want to live alone? Or do I just want to do it because everybody's doing it? Or do I just want to do it because, when I wrote my letter to my 30-year-old self, one of the things was that, oh, by now you are living alone. My dear, forget those things. Like, let's stop giving ourselves goals tied to age. Let's stop that nonsense thing. Let's stop saying by 50 I should have done this. Let's stop saying by 30 I should have achieved this. Let's stop saying by 25 I should have. Stop putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. If you don't want to live on your own, if you don't want to move out of your parents' house, it's very okay not to. It's okay to stay in your father's house, in your mother's house, or your uncle or your guardian's house and eat their food and go from their house and enjoy the perks out of my parents' house the first time, because I was living on the mainland and I was working in Ikate, Elegushi, and I had to leave my house as early as 5:30 to get to work by like 6:15ish. By the time I get to work, I'm tired. I'm not the type of person that can sleep, that can go back to sleep easily when I wake up. So I'm just wide awake till I get into the office by like 7:30. My day starts and typically would end by like 6. I'm done from work. I'll chill in the office again or in my car sometimes till about 8, 9. Then I go home because I don't want to be in traffic. I get home about 10, sometimes 10:30, 11. Traffic. I'm tired. I just have enough time to shower, eat, go to bed, wake up and do this again for another 4 days. So by the time Wednesday comes around, I am tired. Like, I'm very irritable. I don't want to hear anything. If no one should talk to me anyhow because I'll fight. Like, I'm already ready to quarrel, And then by Friday, I'm happy. Yay, the weekend is here. I make mouth, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Lies. I get home, I just sleep. I wake up, I watch TVs, I try and prepare my meals, I do stuff, wash my clothes, go to church Sunday morning. By Sunday afternoon, you're back. Guess what? Monday is already here, and you start the cycle again. So I felt I needed to be closer to my workplace, and so I moved. That was my reason for moving, not because I really wanted to do it or because I wanted to leave my parents. No, that wasn't it for me. So ask yourself, do you want it? Your wants are valid. If you just want to leave your parents' house, that's valid as well. So whatever your want is, it's valid. But let it not be because you're under undue pressure from anybody. Or the second thing to ask yourself is, can I afford it? And trust me, you hear that rent is 500,000, Abi? Okay, maybe self-contained 500k, and you just think, okay, maybe I'm earning 100,000 or 120k or 150k monthly, and if I save, I can come up with this money in like 4 months. That's true. That's very true. But guess what? You're not thinking of other things, such as one, agency. The agent will charge you fees for providing you with that property that you're renting, right? His work, his time, he's going to charge you for it. Now, apart from that, to set up the house, you will clean, you will probably paint if your landlord is not a nice person. You will paint, you will fix things like furniture that is maybe the previous tenant's fault if you're unlucky. If you're lucky and you have furniture and fittings that are new and good, great, good on you. You don't have to paint, fine. But you might, so you have to put those things into consideration. Are you ready for the expenses? Now let's even imagine that you don't have those kind of expenses. The electricity bill will come every month, you will pay, except you're already living in a serviced apartment where you've paid water, you've paid sewage, you've paid lights, you've paid everything together as part of your rent, which means that, my darling, your rent was expensive already. So you need to be able to take care of things that come. See, let me tell you, my last house, my NEPA bill, it became ridiculous. NEPA was charging us excess because they were trying to meet their targets for last year. Some months I pay as much as, for the flat, as much as 30k. Now imagine bringing out 30k to pay electricity. I'm going to still, I have many other expenses that are outside of my house. So then at a point my water pumping machine just spoiled. I had to fix that. I think I spent 13k on that. And it was to fix the water pumping machine, not to buy a new one, which at the end of the day we now had to do. Then when it spoiled, I had to buy water for them to fill in the tank, and once every week I would spend about 7k on that. So for a month I was spending 28k. You have to put those things into consideration when you're thinking about it. There's so many expenses that will come that are just beyond your immediate rent and agency fees that you are seeing, that you have not yet prepared for. So trust me, don't look at it as 500,000 I'm saving for self-contained, or 1 million naira I'm saving for a one-room apartment. No, look at it as 2 million naira if the need arises, because you may need to do so many other things. You need to furnish, you need to buy things, you need to be able to take care of yourself. You need extra cash in case of expenses that arise that you are not prepared for. So you just need money in case of anything. So yeah, ask yourself that question, very important. Can I afford it? You should not be ashamed if you can't afford it. You should only just work harder. Eventually one day you will be able to afford it. Now the third thing I need you to do, and to be true to yourself, is to list the pros and the cons, the advantages and the disadvantages. Ask yourself, okay, so what's in it for me? If I live alone, for me, it was, I'm close to work. I get to spend less money on fuel. I get on fuel my car. I get to sleep earlier and better. I look better because I'll be happier. I'll be well rested. 5, I get to have friends over whenever they come. I can always have people over sleep with me and all of that. Sorry, that sleep with me just sounded wrong. Sleepover. Okay. 6, I get to go out anytime I want and come back at any time I want, which, to be very honest, if I'm being very honest to my parents, it has never been a problem for me, because I always had that liberty to do that. So that was not really a factor for me. So those were the things, and I just thought, and living alone, I found out that when it comes to the going out anytime I want or come back anytime I want, I actually missed it. I missed being out by 10, 11, and my parents would pick the phone. I'm like, my mom would be like, Dudu, where are you? What time should we expect you so we can open the door? I miss those calls, and I'm like, don't stay out too late, be careful, people on the road, this, that. I miss all those. I missed it when I moved out. I was like, nobody's even checking on me, nobody's even asking me, where are you? Go home quickly. And trust me, freedom that they talk about, it's overrated. You will always have your freedom. There's nothing like, forget freedom, man. It's overrated. Like, you do what you want. Well, for people, for me, I found out that I'm a home person. I like to go out once in a while. I like to hang out with my friends. I like to have fun, do drinks, watch movies, and all of that. But it's overrated. Trust me. I like being home more than I like going out. So I'm sorry, my battery died. So really just weigh the pros and cons and figure out for yourself, are there more benefits than disadvantages of living alone? For me personally, would I, even though there are some things that are not exactly best case scenarios, such as expenses that might just arise, um, what I stand to gain, or the things I stand to gain, are they more than the things I stand to lose? Am I willing to forego or lose those things or suffer in those areas so that I can enjoy these other areas? Just figure out what, if you have more, if you're ready to accept those advantages over the disadvantages. If not, then maybe it's not for you. So really, at the end of the day, my advice is simple: don't care about what people think. Don't let anybody pressure you into thinking that's the best idea route to take or path to go if you don't think it is. Don't let anyone make you feel like you should not live alone if you think that's the best option for you. I had this, I don't even want, let's call him an acquaintance. I had this colleague at work who, when I moved out, he found out somehow. I think he was asking me something about when I was going home or something, and I'm like, my house is not so far from here. And he's like, oh, you moved? I'm like, yes, I moved. And he's like, oh, you're one of those girls that you now moved out of your parents' house because you wanted to be inviting men over and all of that. And I'm like, you might as well just call me a prostitute now instead of thinking about it in your head. Say it out loud. Like, I called him out on his bullshit immediately, and he was, after that, he just kept saying, you this girl, you like to fight, you like to fight. I'm like, hey, please, let's not even go down. Let's not go down that road at all. Don't say foolish, stupid things to my face and think that I will not correct you. I will. And to be very honest, it's not just that thinking, that line of thought is not original to him alone. It's a Nigerian thing, it's a Nigerian mentality. Anyone that you tell that you live alone looks at you like, eh? So you just be having one guy after the other in your house, just be going up and down, up and down. A single girl should not live alone. A single girl should this. A single girl should not do that. Yeah, right. Tell me what a single girl should and shouldn't do. Should I tell you what society has told me about many things? Oh, you should not be unmarried at 30. Guess how many people are unmarried at 30? I'm one of them. Oh, you should have something, a child at the age of by 32. You should have had all your children. Some people didn't have children to God knows whatever time, and whatever it may be for reasons best known to them. Maybe they're trying and it's not working out. Maybe they don't want to have children yet because they want to enjoy their marriage. You don't even know, and it's not your business. So it's very annoying for people to have an idea of what they think is right and to push it down your throat. Whoever said what's right and what's wrong? The only right or wrong I listen to is what is in the Bible, what God says. And that's the only person's opinion I care about. And that's what I'm putting to you today. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for wanting to not live in your parents' house. Don't allow anybody. Be the woman you want to be. Be the person you want to be. Be the man you want to be. Don't let anybody make you feel less of a person or less of who you are because of the decisions you've made or the life you are living. Whatever decision you decide to make, if you decide to live in your parents' house or live with your guardian or live alone, it's your decision and your decision alone. Only you has the right to choose what you want to do. You're the only one that has the right to make that decision, and you're doing what you think is best for you. And that's enough reason you need to give anybody that asks you why you made that decision, okay? And the second thing I'll also say is just do it. If it has crossed your mind and if you've thought about it, just do it. Go ahead and do it. Like Nike says, like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, what's the worst? You won't like living in Lunabi. After a year, you go home now, you pack your things and go home. You sell all the things you bought, you still have small money in your pocket. Abi, it's not television, you can sell television. If you like, put the television in your room at home. If you like, dash it to somebody, you are free, you will sell it. What's the worst that can happen? You will move back home. And guess what? Like, the first time I moved out, then after a year I moved back home when my rent expired. I was like, my parents would be like, we told you moving, you don't have to live alone. You don't have to live alone, blah blah blah. You wanted to go do it. Look at you now, you're coming back. It's a lie. My parents never told me that. They never made me feel bad for one day for coming back home. They were so excited to have me home. You become sort of like a visitor to them, and they want to treat you with so much like love and spoil you, because they realize that this person one day will be out of my house forever. I need to shower them with all the love I can get. Well, for most people, and I hope your family is like that. I moved back home because I found out that year I literally could count on maybe my two fingers, my two hands. Sorry, Linda. On two hands, how many times I was home that whole year that I rented the apartment. And it was because I was traveling a lot for work. I was just all over the place. I was hardly ever in this place I rented, so it just didn't seem sensible for me to pay another year's rent and spend more than half the time outside of that house. So I felt, you know what, move back. It just wasn't the time for me at that time. And when the time came, I moved back out of my parents' house again, and I loved every single second of it. I enjoyed it, and so might you probably. So just do it, man. Don't think too much about it, and don't let anybody make you feel bad for choosing whatever choice you choose. Okay, so I hope I've been able to help you decide and give you that, you know, little ginger you needed to do what you needed to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in another video. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and please click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you another time. Bye.